Now I ain't gonna lie, the MCU is goated. They've done an incredible job of adapting our favorite stories and characters to a live-action version. Sure, it's not perfect like any other franchise, and there has been, let's just say, a few not-so-good decisions. She-Hulk. But in general, most of the big changes that Marvel has made while adapting the comics have been pretty good. However, some of those changes aren't comic accurate. So today, we are looking at the differences between the MCU and the comics. So come along, kids. Let's go on this journey and learn how comic accurate the MCU is.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Okay, so we all know the beloved character of Spider-Man. And from story to story, actor to actor, Spider-Man has always been one of the most legendary superheroes. But if you take a look on Earth 616, aka the MCU, his origin is a lot different from the comics. First off, when we first meet Peter in the MCU, he's straight on his way to becoming the next Iron Man. This is really adapted in Spider-Man Homecoming, because Iron Man takes him straight up under his metal wing and just guides him through all of his superhero life. However, in the comics, Spider-Man doesn't really have anybody like that. Now, as he gets older and older, he makes more and more superhero friends, but he never really has that one person that can be by his side all the time. Sure, he has Gwen Stacy, never mind. He has Aunt May, never mind. And he even has MJ. Man, this guy is sad. And don't even get me started on this guy's school life. Now, in the MCU, he gets bullied a lot, but not as much as in the comics. Whew, the MCU Flash is nothing compared to the comic book Flash. But anyways, let's move on to the next one. The Avengers, a group of some of the best heroes in all of Marvel. Now in the MCU, the lineup for the Avengers is Hawkeye, Black Widow, Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, and Hulk. Okay, let me catch my breath. But did you know that in the comics, Captain America, Black Widow, and Hawkeye aren't even in the Avengers? Instead, in the original comics, they're switched up with Ant-Man and the Wasp. Listen, I figured that out a long time ago, but oh man, I am so used to the MCU's version of the Avengers. And don't get me wrong, mostly Ant-Man and the Wasp are great characters, but I just did not expect them to be in the Avengers lineup. And there's one more thing I want to say about the Avengers in the comics. Ever since the MCU, Ant-Man and the Wasp haven't been a part of the Avengers mostly. It's like the lineup in the MCU. So this is just one of the scenarios where the MCU actually has a big effect on the comics. This is also shown in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Originally, they weren't the funny 80s music song people we all know and love today. They were just the Guardians of the Galaxy. But nowadays, they're exactly how they are in the MCU. Now sure, sometimes they do act like the originals, just not as much as they used to. But I mean, hey, they can adapt as much as they want. I'm fine with it because they're bussin' characters. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, Ultron is one of the most underrated villains of all of the MCU. This guy could have gotten nuclear codes and could have blown up the Earth. Yeah, if he was real, we would be cooked. But did you know that in the comics, he actually wasn't created by Tony Stark? He was actually created by Hank Pym. That's right. Ant-Man in the MCU's mentor, and Ant-Man in the comics. Yeah, if you didn't know that, Hank Pym's actually Ant-Man in the comics. But basically, one of the devices malfunctioned, which caused the AI of Ultron to be created. But yeah, if you didn't know that, Ultron actually was not created by Iron Man. Okay, speedrunning time. Thanos is in love. Jarvis is a real human. Before the MCU, Agent Coulson did not exist. Wolverine is 5'3". Drax was actually genetically modified to be a warrior, but before that, he was a human. What? Oh my gosh, we're going too fast. I think I'm gonna throw up. Oh, hey, that's all the people we're talking about today. Okay, that was quite a bit of things we talked about today. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video because it was actually really fun to research. And before I say my outro, Contest of Champions, this series is releasing on November 5th. That's right, your boy is making a series with Roman Noodle 21. And also, we don't know if that's the exact release date, but just know that Doctor Doom's the main villain, and it's going to be pretty epic. So yeah, expect that within early November. But anyways, without further ado, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a nice day or night. Jesus is king, and I'll see y'all in the next one.